You're welcome to Business. The Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Ni Osamils, has blamed chiefs in mining communities for the Galamsey menace. He says the phenomenon does not augur well for national development, adding his ministry is in the process of sensitizing the chiefs on the dangers of Galamsey to the nation.
The small-scale mining subsector contributed about 34% of total gold produced in 2013. It currently employs 1 million people directly, but statistics indicated only 30% in the subsector operate legally, with 65% doing illegal business. President of the Ghana National Association of Small-Scale Miners, Collins Kusi, attributed the illegal mining activities to block out land, which he said continued to be a major challenge.
Most of the land has been covered by large-scale miners. Even not the large-scale miner, which is even mining. Recognizes one. Some people are taking the land and they are doing prospecting. So if you want to get a land to mine as a small-scale miner, most of the land are in the hands of the large-scale. So we are appealing to the government so that they will block some of the lands for us. How we get more lands? Many of the people who are working illegally stop and come into the association to get land.
The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Ni Osamils, urged the association to work towards eliminating the use of mercury in gold extraction. He blamed local chiefs in mining communities for the Galamsey activities and hinted of plans to deal with the menace.
We are seeing how we can, if you like, sensitize chiefs for them to understand that the long-term negative effects far outweigh the quick returns that they are all thinking that they are making currently. At the same time, we're trying to, more or less arrest those who are carrying illegal mining.
Some small-scale miners were worried that the small-scale mining bill being amended would affect their operations, but the minister allayed those fears.
By the amendment we want to seek or we want to get, we're going to be able to take the machines, which are sometimes $100,000 in value, $200,000 in value, and that will really, really hurt those people. On top of it, the proceeds, also confiscating the proceeds, let's say gold or money or whatever, and looking at that as well.
The assemblyman for Banda in Kwanta in the northern region, Mohammed Banda Isaka, says Galamsey is the only business that is delivering on development in the area. But the downward trend in global prices has become a major setback for the gold dealers in the community. Sandra Amakwe visited some shops of the gold dealers and has filed this report.
The Bui Forest Reserve, located in the Bandan Kwanta community, is under siege from activities of Galamsey operators despite its risk on the Bui Reservoir. The assemblyman of the community, Mohammed Banda Isaka, admitted to TV3 the Galamsey business is booming and a major source of employment for residents. Despite government efforts to reduce impact of the menace on the environment, the assemblyman thinks otherwise.
It has brought a lot of developments because at first, the town was not like this. It has developed, it has become very big. A lot of buildings have been raised here, a lot of stores and other things, all because of the Galamsey.
Most of the shops in the community deal in gold. The Galamsey operators are major suppliers to the operators of these shops. The price of the commodity is determined by the quality of carat and weight being purchased. Strikingly, the gold here is sold unrefined. With this machine, the dealers are able to determine the weight of the gold and quality. After 4 years in the gold business, Suleiman Zakaria admits the business is lucrative but unable to quantify his earnings. Suleiman explained the drop in the pricing of the commodity has affected the business.
Normally we do buy some weight before it will fall, and assuming you use 1,000 to buy 1 pound and it falls, if you're going to sell, don't say that because you bought it 1,000 they are going to increase it for you. How they are now going to buy is how they are going to sell for you. So if it happens that you run lost.
It seems government would need more effort to stop Galamsey activities in the area.
The Minister of Trade and Industry says government is inviting the private sector to build, operate and transfer infrastructural projects. The strategy is expected to cut back on the huge public debt, which currently stands at 44.9% of gross domestic product.
After many years of borrowing too much, we are now emphasizing private sector development using private equity. You hear companies saying, I'm happy to come and invest my own 1.5 billion to rehabilitate the Tama port. You don't have to go and borrow any money. You hear of companies that are going to build toll roads. I mean, we've taken a lot of loans for a lot of roads in Ghana at their own cost and recover it over a number of years.
Ghana has heavily relied on the export of raw materials, including cocoa, gold, timber and other natural mineral resources.
The Ministry of Trade and Industry, through a multi-sectoral and stakeholder participatory approach, has developed a national export strategy and is also implementing a national export development program. The overall objective of the program is to develop the potential of the non-traditional export sector for the realization of a target of about 5 billion in foreign exchange earnings by the end of a 5-year period.
With the plummeting prices of oil and gold, Ghana has to re-strategize, paying extra attention to other neglected sectors such as manufacturing, which could boost its weak currency. Speakers agreed tougher decisions have to be taken for Ghana to emerge from the current economic situation. An economist, Kwame Pienim, though optimistic of Ghana's economic outlook for 2015, warned of tough times ahead.
The year 2014 marked Ghana's perhaps worst economic performance in terms of GDP growth. The annual growth rate of around less than 5%, and our performance in 2015 may be worse or under 4%, unless we make vigorous efforts that are being made to diversify exports, bring in importers, stabilize macroeconomic environment.
The European Union is calling for new partnerships.
Certainly around agro-processing, new products, adding the value here in Ghana to the products and then exporting them rather than exporting them raw outside and the added value being added outside. And investors will come and looking at that potential.
The Ghana Economic Outlook and Business Strategy Conference assembles key industry players for non-partisan analysis of Ghana's economy. The third edition, which focused on diversifying Ghana's exports, attracted investors and potential investors from more than 30 countries.